Hello everyone, this is part 2 in my ethical hacking series. In part 1, I talked about how to stay anonymous during a hack. Now if you haven't watched that video, I would advise you go and search for the art of being anonymous. Obviously, you don't need to watch that video before watching this one, but there is so much you can learn if you watch the video. Now moving forward, we're about to start hacking. But we need an operating system which we are going to use. Now there's so many operating systems out there, but it's most preferred when it comes to hacking to use one of the Linux distributions. Why Linux? Well, there's so much control over Linux based programs and a lot of pen testing tools built right into a lot of Linux distros. Also, Linux is free. Alright? It's free and open source. So, there are a lot of Linux distros. In this video, I'll show you how to use two of some of the most popular out there. I'll show you how to use Kali Linux, and you can get it at kali.org, and Parrot operating system, and you can get it at parrotlinux.org. For Kali Linux, this is the most famous of them all. It is made by a company known as Offensive Security. So once you are here, just head over to the Downloads tab and click Download Kali Linux. This will bring you to the official downloads page, and you can select the version that is suitable for you. If you use a virtual machine environment, just go to the Offensive Security VM download page, and once you are here, also select the version that is suitable for you. If you use VMware, you can select for 64-bit or 32-bit. If you use VirtualBox, you can also select for 64-bit and 32-bit. If you use Hyper-V, you can only select for 64-bit. So I have currently downloaded the VirtualBox image and I have it installed on my VirtualBox environment. This is my VirtualBox Oracle VM VirtualBox Manager. So I currently have Kali Linux running, and this is the login page for Kali Linux. The default username is Kali, and the default password is also Kali. This is for first time use. So this is the Kali desktop. Let me just expand it, come to view full screen mode. Alright, so this is the Kali desktop. There is really nothing to it. On the top left corner here, we have the start menu where you see this icon. So once I click on it, you see the favorites. This is where the applications you use most of the time would appear. Number 1 on the list is the terminal. You are going to spend a lot of time here. Then we have the file manager, web browser, and any application which you use most of the time, you'll see it here. Then on the recently used, as you see, I don't have any application here on the recently used. If you want to see all apps, you come here under all and you see them. You can just scroll down, or you can also search for them here. Then these are the settings, any settings you want to make to your Kali system. Then here where you see this number 01, 02, 03, this is a pen testing distribution. So the applications, they are logically arranged. On the 01 information gathering, this is actually the first step you use when you want to hack. You gather some information, and these are some of the tools which you use pertaining to information gathering. Then there's vulnerability analysis. These are the tools as well. There is web application analysis, database assessments, password attacks, wireless attacks, reverse engineering, exploitation tools, sniffing and spoofing, post-exploitation, forensics, reporting tools, and social engineering tools. And they are just, I like the way they are logically arranged, so you don't have to scratch your head. If you want to know, okay, I want to know where password attack tools are, I just come over here to password attacks and I see the tools I need to use. All right. So like I mentioned, you spend most of your time in the terminal. This is also the terminal here where you see it. When I click on that, you spend a lot of time here on the terminal. The first command I'll show you is how to blend in. So taking a cue from my previous video on being anonymous, let's say you are in a public area and you're using the Wi-Fi. So assuming, let's say I don't want anyone to know that I'm using Kali. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to come here and type Kali-undercover. Now what this command does is that it changes the look and feel of the Kali desktop to reflect that of Windows 10. So it will look like you're on a Windows 10 environment. So as you can see now, it has changed it. Anyone passing, let's say passing my back, will think I'm actually on Windows 10. It has a start menu similar to that of Windows 10, but the tools, the Kali tools, they are still here. All right. So to change it back, I'll just come here and type Kali-undercover. So this Kali-undercover command, it only applies to Kali system. It won't work on other Linux distributions, only on Kali, and only on the latest version of Kali. Another command which I will show you is the password command. So when logging in, we use the very simple Kali password. That's Kali, and that password is very simple. That's the default password, when logging in for the first time, and we need to change it. So we are going to type password, PASSWD, not ORD, WD. And when we type it, when we put it, it's asking for, okay, what's your current password? We type Kali. Then your new password, we are going to put a more secure password. So I'm going to put a longer one. So the password has been changed. And to confirm, let me lock the system. There's the icon to lock the system. This padlock icon over here. So once I lock it, it's asking for the password. Once I type Kali, you see it's invalid because I've changed the password. So I'm going to put the very long password, which I just changed it to. Okay. The next keyword, the next command I'll show you, let's say you want to clear the system, just type clear. So anytime you feel like the terminal is becoming too, it's becoming too clunky, just type the clear keyword and it clears everything. The next command you should know is the pwd command, or print working directory. As the name implies, what this command does is it prints the working directory on the screen. It prints where you currently are. So if I press enter, it tells me I'm on the Kali directory, which is in the home folder. So if I bring my cursor over here, this folder icon here, and I click on that and click on open folder, the file manager opens up. And this is where I currently am at the moment, home/Kali. And these are the items inside the home/Kali. This brings me to my other command, which is the ls command. Now what this ls command does is it lists the items that are in that folder, in that your working directory. So if I press enter now, I expect to see these same things here. So once I press enter now, you see everything is here, just like this. Desktop documents, downloads, music, pictures, public templates, and videos. So assuming I want to change into one of these folders here, I'll use the command cd. So assuming I want to change it to the documents folder, I type cd space documents and enter. So I'm in the documents folder right now. It's similar to coming here and going into the documents folder. So as you can see, there is nothing inside here. So if I come here now and type ls, there is nothing there. Okay. So to go back, I want to go back to the parent folder. I'll use the command cd space ... It takes me one level back to That's my parent folder. So you see, I'm back to the parent folder. It's similar to coming here and clicking this button here where it says open the parent folder. So this is the parent folder. If I still want to go back again to the parent folder, because now you see this is home Kali, that means that the Kali folder is in the home directory. So now I want to go back, I want to go to home. I'll just come here and still type cd space ... and enter. It's similar to coming here and clicking this open the parent folder. So I'm now on the home folder. Okay, so let's say I want to go back again. I type cd space ... or ... sorry, and enter. So it has taken me to the root folder. If I come here and click on this button again, this is the root folder. Okay, so if I want to go back, let's say I want to go back and press cd space ... it can't go any further. This is the lowest it can go. You are at the root folder now. So if I type ls, these are all the items that are in the root folder, as you can see them here. So the next command I will show you is the make directory command, mkdir. As the name implies, that's to make a directory, make a new folder. So before I actually do that, I will go to the original folder we are on. So I'll go to cd home/Kali. So I'm on the original folder we were on before. If I type ls, this is the folder I was before. So before we actually make any folder, I will navigate to the home/Kali on the file manager, just so that we're on the same page. So I come to home, Kali. So as you can see, we are in the home/Kali folder. Now here, I'm going to type the command mkdir, that is make directory, space, then the name of the folder we want to make. I'll name this folder tests. Now just watch on the right hand side here in this file manager, watch what happens when I press enter. So you see a folder has been created known as tests. Now there's one thing you should know about Linux, right? Linux, unlike Windows, is case sensitive. So that means, as I've said, make mkdir test. I can make another folder and name it mkdir space and say capital T est, and it will still make the folder test. I can do another one, mkdir space test, all caps, and it will still make the folder. So you see, unlike Windows, Linux is case sensitive. So you have to type in the correct casing. So I don't need this folder and this folder, so I'm going to delete it. I'll delete it using the command rmdir, that's remove directory, and I'll type test. So you see it gets deleted, and I don't need this one as well. So rmdir, then test. So first let me clear this. Then I'll navigate into a new folder, that's cd test. So if I come here, there is nothing inside the test folder. So let's say I want to make a file and I have some text that I want to put into that file. I'll use the echo command. That's echo quotes. Let's say this is some random text. Then I'll use the greater than symbol and then the name of the file. I'll call it random.txt. So on the right hand side, a random.txt file here has been made. Now to examine the contents of the file, I'll use the cat command, cat. So cat random.txt, and it shows me what I put in. This is some random text. If I want to copy this random file, I'll use the command cp. So let's say I want to copy it and paste it in this same folder. I'll say cp random, which is the name of the file you want to copy, then space, then the new name, because obviously they can't have the same names in the same folder. So I'll give it a new name. Let me name it random2.txt, and you see another random2 file here has been made. So if I come here and say cat random2.txt, it shows me the content of the random2.txt file. Is the same thing. So what I will do right now, I don't need this random2. I want to delete it. I'll use the command rm, that is remove random2.txt. Then it gets deleted from memory. Other keywords that you should be familiar with are the man and help keywords. So what I'll do first, let me navigate back and clear this. There are several commands that I have talked about today. Now the man and help keywords show you how you can use these commands better. For example, I talked about the ls keyword. Now the ls keyword lists the contents of the current working directory, and let me go there here. This is where I currently am. Now if I want to see more information about this ls, or maybe I don't know what ls is, I can just type man space ls. This is just like saying show me the manual of ls. Now it gives me a full description with into how I can use ls and some of the options I can use with it. So you see, it says list information about the files, the current directory by default, and these are some of the options I can use with it. I can say -a, show me all. So if I'm looking here, I typed ls and it showed me these items. So maybe there are some hidden files or folders I can't see here, but if I use -a, let's see if I'll be able to see them. So I press Q to quit and I type ls space -a. Wow, so you see it has showed me there's so much, there are so many entries here which I didn't see when I used the original ls command. So you see there's a lot you can do with the man. Man has shown me that okay, I can use -a. There are a lot more options I can use with that. Apart from man, I can also use the help keyword. So if I type ls space --help, it shows me something similar. These are some of the options I can use with it, and the descriptions are here. So you see the -a, list everything. So these are some of these commands are some of the most commonly used commands. There is a whole lot more. Okay, I'm just like scratching the surface. So I would urge you to actually, spend a couple hours, understand these, how to use this command. Type man help if you are stuck anywhere, and there's really nothing to it. Okay, I need you to really go back and spend a lot of time. Practice makes perfect. All right, one of the things that I believe, consistency over time is success. So the more you spend a lot of time, the more you practice on this, you get better at it. I know you might be thinking, why do you need to learn many of these terminal commands? You could just come here and use the GUI. Yes, you can do that, but the thing is that if you know how to use the terminal, it makes your life as a pen tester, as a hacker, a lot easier. It can be quicker. Yes, it can be quicker. So you need to just spend a lot of time, spend 2-3 hours, understand some of these keywords, practice with it, and I assure you, you'll get better. So with that, I come to the end of the Kali tutorial, and I'll move over to how to use Parrot, which is also another popular Linux distribution. This is the PowerToLinux desktop. You download Parrot from PowerToLinux.org. Now, a lot of people happen to prefer this to Kali. Some people prefer Kali to this one. So it's all about personal taste. I would say use whatever works for you. Parrot, though, has a lot more applications than Kali. So on the top left corner here, just like Kali, we have the accessories. We have the Anon Surf, so you can start working anonymously. I just come here and click on Anon Surf Starts, and I can start working anonymously. So if you don't want to go through some of the what I talked about in the first video, you can just download this and start your work. Task cryptography, education, games. So I can start, if I can even be playing games if I'm bored. I can be doing a lot of office work as well. It has very nice programming environments. So there's just so much you can do with Parrot. And the terminal, it's over here. That's the mate terminal. So if I click on that, it brings me here to the terminal, similar to that that of Kali. I type ls, those commands will still work here as well. So with that, I come to the end of this video. So I would suggest you go down, you give both distros a try, and there are a lot more distros when it comes to penetration testing. Check them, whichever one works for you, use them, enjoy them, practice on a regular, don't stop practicing.